Welcome back everyone. Baby Super Kong and Baby Super Godzilla are playing a bubble-shooting mock battle. The two hidden sides fought evenly. Kong slyly fires a bubble hammer that hits a detour from above. Retaliating for an eye, Godzilla immediately gave him a frying pan right in the face of Kong, who was smiling complacently. Kong wields heavy weapons. The missile carries a rotten fart warhead. Kong turned on the lighter and opened fire. The missiles rushed at lightning speed and shot wildly in the living room where Godzilla was hiding. Godzilla crawled under the table in fear. The director said the fart bullet had to hit the teacher. In misfortune, there is bad luck, there is luck. Kong found the lost map hidden in the messy living room and quickly put it away before receiving a brutal beating with Godzilla. At night, the two children pretended to be asleep, waiting for their mother to come out. They opened their eyes wide, then covered themselves with a blanket and took out a flashlight to look at the map. Sneaking out from their parents, they carry backpacks with tools to explore the secret. Go to the correct marked tree. Kong and Godzilla looked around and didn't see anything strange, then looked down absent-mindedly like a dog looking at a map. By chance, Kong reached out and activated the gate that collapsed underground. After the tumble, they scrambled to sit up. Below the cave is dark. When there was a little light, it suddenly occurred to me that this was the lair of dinosaur speakers, TV heads, and camera heads. Being threatened, he fainted on the spot. His soul left his body. Kong and Godzilla are tied to a pole and are about to turn into grilled meat, so they rushed home to find their parents to report the dream. With telepathy, very quickly, parents Kong and Godzilla fainted and all the dangers of the two cubs became clear. Wake up! The two quickly set off and luckily appeared in time to destroy the fire starter of the dinosaur camera head. The father Kong pumped strength into his hands as strong as the Hulk's and then rushed into close combat. Mother Godzilla also came to help in the battle to blast the remaining hordes. No longer tied up, Kong and baby Godzilla easily entered their souls. As soon as they woke up, they received punishment and were in so much pain that they wanted to log out a second time. Shin Godzilla and Fat Godzilla were walking and eating when they saw something strange floating in the river. Shin Godzilla is definitely a hippopotamus. Fat Godzilla immediately argued that it was just a stone, had an argument, making Fat Godzilla angry and kicking Shin Godzilla onto a strange object. Kong didn't care and sat down to eat. Shin Godzilla danced around and changed his conclusion to a piece of wood. At that moment, the log opened its mouth and swallowed Shin Godzilla. After Kong finished eating the chicken thigh, he still saw the Fat Godzilla with his eyes forming an O and his mouth forming an A. Godzilla was extremely scared, saying that the strange object was indeed a hippopotamus and that it was very dangerous. Kong was surprised then sighed and said, "Nonsense hippo, it's a piece of wood." Arguing back and forth for a while, Fat Godzilla picked up a stick and poked it and said, "Do you see that it's a hippopotamus?" Kong burst out laughing, thinking that Godzilla really knows how to joke. Seeing that, Kong sat up and shook his arms and legs in fear. The crocodile and the pink dinosaur came to Kong and asked. Seeing a chicken thigh, Kong grabbed a piece to ease his fear and then said that the strange object floating in the river was a hippopotamus, being laughed at. Never argue with stupid people. Kong didn't try to prove it himself, but rushed in and threw the crocodile and the still laughing pink dinosaur into the river. So now it was believed that the hippopotamus was too late. Kong smiled like he had won the lottery. Now it's the Titan's turn to get behind Kong. Kong didn't bother telling the truth anymore, so he said that in front of him was a large log. All three just jumped down, creating a comedy scene between the three Titans and the hippopotamus. Kong crawled out laughing, but somehow managed to avoid the sun and was dragged into the river by the Titan and tormented by the hippo.